Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of the Data Bites presented by EAT Manufacturing. My name is David Kamesh, and I will guide you through today's program, which is focusing on quality assurance and the quality assurance training that we will offer with our partners from SIQ on our marketplace. I think it's a very important topic because we know, or many of us probably know, that in the past years or the past decade, quality assurance was the number one competitive advantage of the European automotive sector and other sectors that are connected to manufacturing. And I think it's also a very important topic for the future because we see that quality assurance can reduce scrap, reduce CO2 emissions. So it's a very important topic for sustainability and circular economy. We have two speakers today. I will shortly introduce the first one. It's Tanya Benček. She works as sales manager at the Slovenian Institute of Quality and Metrology and has over 15 years of experience with quality management systems and environmental issues as she was working as external auditor. She will explain you a bit what SIQ is, and afterwards we will have a presentation of her colleague Anton Petric with over 30 years of experience in automotive and quality assurance in the manufacturing sector. So Tanya, I would ask you to join me and start your presentation.
Okay, thank you. I'm very happy to present you a short look into SIQ, Slovenian Institute of Quality and Metrology, and Comprehensive Program Quality Assurance Academy. We can go, so, just a minute. SIQ has almost 60 years of history. This year we celebrate our 60th anniversary. We have a little less of 200 employees. SIQ is also part of international certification agreements and schemes. And SIQ certification logo can be found on more than 400 million products. What we can do to support manufacturers. SIQ provides important support to the Slovene economy, but more than half of our revenue is earned in cooperation with foreign market. In the last 10 years, SIQ provided at least one service to more than 80% of the top 100 Slovenian companies. Scope of activities, we testing, certify, and inspect products, systems, and personnel. We calibrate measuring devices. We assess and certify management systems in companies. And we transfer our experience and knowledge. SIQ worldwide, just a picture to see. I think that I don't need any words for that. And then in the last 3 years, SIQ has completed at least one service with its business partner from more than 65 countries around the world. Something about SIQ training departments. We also celebrate 41 years and that we are on the market. Just a minute. We have more than 4,080 participants and more than 400 trainings per year, for example. We have in-house trainings in more than 170 organizations. We have more than 70 lecturers, more than 170 training programs. We offer workshops, courses, seminars, trainings, conferences, and so on. We offer trainings for different fields of organization, such as sustainability, quality, production or lean production, automotive industry, medical devices, technical legislation, laboratories, environment, energy, occupational health and safety, informational security, quality and healthcare, human resources management. Our lecturers are from, they have international backgrounds in industry and in academic field. Our academy program will start in August and will end in November. It's a 16 days intensive training program that is completed over in 4-month period. The program takes place in the form of interactive, dynamic conversations and workshops, which are dominated by active work-off methods. We say that our program orientation is from practice to practice. As David mentioned before, I have also been a quality manager more than 18 years, and I'm also lead auditor for quality management system. So I'm familiar, I can say that I am familiar with competences which are needed in industry in the field of quality assurance. Our program is from 2 parts, foundation program and expert program. Foundation program, there you will learn basics of a quality management system in a 5-day program. And what knowledge the participant gain, they will be able to apply the most important methods and tools in quality management, and to be able to understand the basic normative requirements of ISO 9001. For who is that program? For managers at the different levels of management, for management representatives, for managers of quality management system who want to deepen their knowledge in the field of management system, for future quality managers, for auditors, such as internal auditors, external auditors, auditors of suppliers or a supply chain, for example, for students who will go to work in industry, and for everyone who are responsible for the success and efficiency of organization's quality operation. The participants will gain 2 certificates. We are partners with IQNet. Our trainings based on quality management systems are recognized and verified by IQNet, its association, the International Certification Network. That means that training are based on management system requirements will get this certificate. The IQNet association stays in Bern in Swiss. Something about expert program. The program will last 16 days. Many companies are actively seeking professionals in quality. To employ professionals who are certified in quality, recognizing that such individuals can significantly change quality and efficiency in companies. The necessary knowledge and skills for experts. They will be able to apply the most important methods and tools in quality management, be able to understand the requirements of ISO 9001, to be able to implement and maintain a quality management system. Something, maybe just a little bites what job profile is seeking in the industry. The individuals who have the knowledge and skills needed for the implementation and further development of quality management system, who know essential quality management methods and can apply this within a team. It's internal auditor, who is responsible for ensuring that each part of the manufacturing process has been currently completed, handle both training clients, staff member, and additionally have excellent customer relationship skills, and have knowledge to do internal and external auditor. The certificates for whole program for experts, you will gain 4 certificates. Just one slide. Okay, here is written, after successfully completing the Quality Assurance Academy expert program, participants are awarded the title of ISO 9001 Quality System Manager, which is issues in the basic of the internationally recognized EcoNet certificate. Participants also receive a certificate of successful completion of the ISO 9001 Lead Auditor course and gain title ISO 9001 Lead Auditor. And now the continual education of employees or individuals is the added value and keep the company or industry in good shape in the long run. That is from my side.
Quality manager. So quality manager of the future will or must have a broader view than just the quality. So it must be a complete person with quite wide knowledge, skills, competences. The role of quality management manager is very important at redesign of organization for the future, integrating different management systems, new knowledges and skills, open for changes. He must be or she must be motivator. So quite some new facts which such person must understand and must face. Next slide, please. Some tips when we are introducing a system. First of all, try to understand why you're setting a system. Can you do your job or your business without the system, or you need the system? And very important is that you include all employees. Why? Because you are sharing, you are improving your, how to say, your people awareness. Let the quality policy inspire you. Just a moment. Can you put it back? Yes, thank you. Set smart goals. Smart is good, but can be also quite a huge obstacle if we are not doing it right. As I said, systems should be adapted to your organization, documentation, review of your performance regularly, and so on, and so on. The next slide, please. Yes, it's one quite funny picture, but it is a very serious thing, I think. We are facing now, or we have available a lot of apps for computers for our day-to-day business work, but do not forget that you at the end must use your common sense, try to understand, try to know what is going on, and then use your informational support as value added. Next slide. Yes, this is my last slide. So as you see, this sentence from Albert Einstein, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough, is quite very, very important. You do not forget this sentence. Yeah, that would be all for my side. If there are some questions, I'm available, please.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you so much for your presentation. It was full of inspirations for me, and I hope for the audience as well. My key takeaway is to use my common sense before I trust an app or an AI program. I think many people heard the news about people trusting their navigation system and ending up with their car in a lake or in a field. So I think that's a good takeaway also for managing a company. And I also think that the kind of complexity of companies and the role of quality management in the overall resilience in the company is a huge topic. And the first questions that I read in the chat is kind of questioning the investments or the KPIs of investments into quality management. So the question is how to measure the return on investment of quality initiatives to ensure that the resources allocated are delivering a tangible benefit.
Well, the problem is that we normally do not separate, or we do not have a system how to separate the costs or the resources we are using for the quality management. So the KPIs normally should be set appropriate or adapted to your organization. Well, some companies are using, I don't know, maybe share on the revenue. Problem is always how to allocate the sources. What is your controlling system? How do you trust your data? And you know, always what I'm facing is that for me is always the question: is it okay that we have relative or absolute values of the you know, of your KPIs? For instance, you can have now I'm meaning my mind. Let's say 0.1% not okay quality in your revenue. So you can say, okay, could be fine result or not. But if this 0.1 is in let's say million euros, so you have to think about what it really means. I think that you always have to find the right, I don't know how to say, the right approach, how to set your KPIs, and you must understand it. And first of all, KPIs are input for the reactions for the corrective measures. If you're just following the KPIs and you do not have corrective actions after that, so has practically no benefit from this.
I think it's also about what you touched before and what I repeated, that using the common sense and understanding what your business is about. Yeah, right.
Yes, of course.
The next question: can different quality management systems be applied together and later always audited together?
Yes, it can be, but you have to set such arrangements with the houses who audited you. Yes, but it can be.
Somehow connected question to that. How do you choose the right quality management system for your company, and how long does it usually take to implement it, let's say in an SME?
Oh, hard question. Depends on that. One of thing is absolutely what is your culture and what is your direction of from your top management. If top management is support to that, then it can be quite quickly, maybe in 1 year. But if you don't have, so if you just need to get a paper certificate, that is a lost story.
Yeah, so in the past, many companies had just a target to have the certificate once, and then they were using it as a marketing strategy and to be able to supply some other companies.
Yeah.
But in the future, the focus should be really on not on
maybe just a, yeah, sorry to interrupt you.
No,
maybe just a comment. Maybe just a comment to your first question. KPIs. You know, you can have in quality. We normally use a KPI, so-called PPM, parts per million. So you can have one PPM. Is it good quality or bad quality? Normally, everybody will say that is great, super. But if I'm now turning to your previous comment, common sense, understand what is going on. If in automotive, this 1 ppm caused somebody's injury or death, it is quite different perspective. So you really have to understand what is going on, what do you want to measure, how do you react, what is the context of your organization, and then set the right things.
The next question is about kind of starting into the quality management system world. So what are the first steps that the company or the managers should implement at first, or how should they prepare the strategy to start with implementing a quality management system in their company?
Well, normally we start with so-called gap analysis. So you must have a person, an employee who understands what the standard is, what standard demands, what is quality management, and then we must normally proceed with gap analysis, where we are towards what we want to achieve. After that, there are action plan with responsibilities, with target dates, and you have to implement it.
One question which is kind of, I think you covered that partly, but I will still ask as it was posted by the audience. So you mentioned the COVID pandemic and how it affected the quality world. Kind of what are the trends in quality management and which technologies are influencing it today the most? So what changed after the COVID pandemic?
Oh, I don't know if you hear me because there is some problems with internet. Can you hear me?
Yes, it still works.
Yeah, it's okay. If I understand the question correctly, COVID has changed our habits, and COVID also set new tools for interacting. If we are now looking back, it was quite hard to have, let's say, audits of quality management system through the Zoom or Teams or whatever. So what also changed, what was also changed is that a lot of data are going now through the electronic portals, So there are quite changed interaction with our customers, with our suppliers, and you have to have, if you're working through the internet, you have to have some trust in opposite part. So if in auditors, in your, I don't know, suppliers, and that was, I think, the biggest change now. How to interact, how to be sure if you're not seeing the thing on the floor, huh? But things changed. We are used now to use those tools. We changed also a lot of tools of, I don't know, audit formulas and all other. That is quite evidence-based process now.
Okay, then there is a new question, which is very personal, I would say. I'm studying international business administration. How difficult would it be, or is it even possible to go into quality management?
I didn't quite understand. Is it possible to go into what?
Yeah, so the question is that the person is studying international business administration.
Aha, okay.
And he or she is asking if it's possible for her to work in quality management. What background is needed? So maybe what are the best quality managers you know? I know that people usually tend to hire people that has military background.
Yeah.
But so do you think it's feasible for an international business administration student to become a quality manager?
Yes, of course. But depends on what do you want to do, because the quality management has a lot of different sides, there are a lot of different areas which you should understand. One is understand the system. Then you have management of documentation. There are different tools to understand. There are standards. There are, I don't know, maybe internal audits to be auditor. So you have also a lot of different trainings available. And as I said in or present in my presentation, quality manager of future is a little bit different from quality so far. Broader view, understand the context, what is going on, new tools, new habits, new way of working. So yes, I don't see any reason why not be quality manager, because there are a lot, I know a lot of persons who are, I don't know, maybe economists, some other professionals, and they're quite good in their profession and in their work.
Great. There was another question, which is maybe targeting Tanya more than you, but the question is, what is the benefit of getting the titles QS manager, lead auditor, or internal auditor?
I can give an answer.
Yes, Tanya.
Yes, with certificates, you can proving competences to the employer, maybe when you're seeking a new job, or is something you should, you can give for proving your competences. So every certificate, it's better than none certificate.
Okay, and I think with that statement, we can end this session as we are already at the end. If there are some questions remaining,
Maybe.
yeah.
maybe just some addition to your to the last question I had about how to become a quality manager. Nah? The main point is that you want to be a quality manager. If you do not want, if you don't, if you're just, there is, I think there is no limits. It is just if you want to be, it is fine if you have technical knowledge, because normally in industry there is that is very important. But the first thing is, if you want to be, if you are adaptive to the system, and there is quite, I don't see any reasons why not. Thank you.
Maybe from my side, as I worked a bit with quality managers in my past, so I think it's a very beautiful job, because you are basically in touch with the whole company and you learn to understand all the processes, and you are then, I think it's a great entry position, even if you want to like climb in the hierarchy of the organization.
Very important, the role.
Yeah. Maybe for the audience, so if you're interested in some of the courses we offer together with SAQ, SAP Manufacturing, you have the list in the chat. If you have any further questions, you can get in touch with my colleagues or directly with Tony and Tanya. From the perspective of our data bytes, we are now entering the summer break. So me and my colleagues are looking forward to see you in September again. We will have some topics with experts from the TU Wien. We are even getting to have topics around CO2 reduction in the hard-to-abate industry. So we keep the topics really broad and try to give you some insights into new fields of interest in the data byte session. So thank you so much that you're interested in this format, and we are really looking forward to see you after the summer break and to present you some new topics that will kind of enlarge your view of the manufacturing world. Thank you so much, Tony. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you to all the organizers that are behind Data Bytes, and thank you to the audience. And as I said, see you after the summer break. Bye.
Great. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.